With the understanding of this steering subsystem, let us move to diagnostic of steering subsystem. So the key component in the steering subsystems are power steering pump, rack and pinion, tie rods, steering wheel sensors. There are common diagnostic tools like steering angle sensor scanner. It is used to measure how much angle the steering wheel makes with respect to rotational force of the steering wheel. And there is a pressure gauge for power steering system in order to identify how much pressure is produced in the piston subsystem by means of the fluid pumping. So these two are in within the threshold values. The system works well. If it is below or beyond the values, then it creates problem. So it's just a threshold comparison. Steering wheel angle sensor value with the standard value and pressure gauge value with standard value. We can diagnose the problem in the steering system. So the steering system faults are created by onboard diagnostic system in form of fault code, diagnostic code. C1142 is the fault code generated on the power steering pressure sensor circuit. Whenever the power steering pressure sensor circuits are fault, this code is generated. And C1230 error code is generated when steering angle sensor fault. So these are two sensor, vital sensor that is used to measure the performance. If it is fault, these codes are created. The types of faults under steering subsystems are fluid leakage that will reduce the pressure created in the power steering. So we have to top up and we have to solve the leakage of the fluids, and electrical fault in the EPS. So the electrical sensor faults and mechanical wear, that is tie rod probably will wear out quickly. So those things we can diagnose and rectify. Symptoms and possible faults and suggestions in the steering systems. Symptom number one, suppose there is excessive free play at steering wheel. So when you are rotating, a very excessive play is happening without any control. That symptom indicates some type of faults possibility. The play between rack and pinion or the steering box is the problem. The ball joints or tie rods joints worn out. That could be the problem. And column coupling loose or bushes worn out. So that could be a problem. So these are the possibility problem when you have excess free play at the steering wheel. Free play means very abnormal rotational. So under the case, suppose the play between rock and pinion steering box is there, you have to renew the most cases, but adjust may be possible. And ball joint also you have to renew, and column coupling loose or bush one also you have to secure or renew. So this is a suggested action for repairing. The vehicle wanders hard to keep in the straight line. That is the symptom. Suppose your vehicle is wander, it is very hard to keep you the vehicle in straight line. It is going not in the control. So the possible problem could be alignment incorrect. Under the case, adjust the recommended setting. Incorrect type tire, incorrect tire, pressure or mix of tire types. So you may have incorrect tire pressure or mix of tire types. That is one tire side of a tire is new, another type is old one, or one type of tire is some other type, and the other type side is some other type. That case, your wheel will not align in straight. Or it could be the possibility of worn wheel bearings. So under the case, in case of alignment problem, you can adjust. In case of tire pressure, you can adjust the pressure. Or in case of mix up tire, you have to replace the tire. Only you have to have uniform tires. If it is one wheel bearings, you have to renew it. So this is the symptom and possible rectification action. And steering. So you are facing very hard to use the steering wheel, stiff steering. Under the case wheel alignment incorrect, the possibility is wheel alignment incorrect. So you have to adjust the alignment setting. And tire pressure do low, that means if we very very low pressure in the tire, so that case you will face a very stiff steering. Then you have to adjust the pressure required level, you have to pump the air into the wheel. And ball joint or rack sizing may be the another problem. Under the case both you have to renew. Suppose your wheel wobble, that is another symptom of the problem in the steering system. So the possibility problem will be wheels out of balance. So then you have to do balancing, where in the suspension linkage. So the linkage between suspension and our steering system maybe the wear out, so you have to renew it. Alignment incorrect, you have to adjust the alignments. So these are the problems for the wheel wobble and the solution. Understeer or oversteer, that means you are trying to steer with lot of effort, but the wheel is only rotating small amount, that is called understeer. You are just pushing small amount of rotating small amount in the steering wheel, but it is producing lot of movement in the wheel, that is oversteer. So these two problem may occur when the tire pressure is incorrect. Then you have to adjust the tire pressure. And very dangerous mix of tire type. You have entirely different tires on the different wheels. So you have to replace the tire as required. And excessive free play in suspension or steering subsystem. There be the suspension system maybe producing excessive free play. It is producing lot of motions. So you have to renew the components as required.